His standard was so precise, so clear. My father was the example. Dignity in the pursuit of one's work, seeking excellence in everything that he did. This place, the farm, the house, the foundation, it's all connected. My mother's sculptures, my father's prints, the conversations around this table. It's not a museum, it's a home, and we try to welcome people that way. Welcome to the farm. The ginkgo leaves were from a tree right here in front of the house that was planted when my parents got married. And it's a magnificent tree. That particular image has a very specific importance to my father. It was the cover of his book, and it was the yin and yang of his relationship with my mother. An image that was very rewarding was that of my mother in harlequin dress. He knew it was beautiful, and he was so in love with her that it came through so beautifully in that particular image.
Penn would invite the subject to sit and share a coffee or tea and have a conversation in anticipation of the portrait sitting. The aim of doing that was, one, for Penn to study the subject and perhaps begin to assemble the picture in his mind that he wanted to take. Penn always was generous in his spirit and in sharing of the accomplishment of the work we're doing.
Behind me is the barn where my father made all of the platinum prints himself. He would constantly work day and night. He was completely obsessed with this.
There was a great affection for the photograph as a physical object. I think the complexity of Penn's platinum printing process is unmatched. Shortly after beginning my apprenticeship with Penn, I was invited to work with him in the Platinum Laboratory on weekends. I mean, this was the privilege and honor of a lifetime. This exchange that Penn was having with the materials while he was making the prints and reacting to the results from each of these printings that he was doing and then making decisions about what he should do in the second or third printing, it can't be underestimated how much time and energy and research went into devising this hybrid process.
My father is a person of enormous humility. There was a tenderness and a silence that was like an aura around him. In the ethnographic work, he couldn't communicate with them, but the person that was the sitter understood that something very, very important was happening. And there was this kind of silent dialogue that went between everybody. That element of fascination of the negative space is throughout all of his work. There's a dialogue going on there.
At the studio, the goal was always to serve the picture. And at the foundation, we're continuing that legacy that Mr. Penn started, trying to service the images and trying to get them out into the world and make sure that people get to see them, they enjoy them, and appreciate them.
I love the nudes because they are serene. They're landscapes. They're really extraordinary.
He should be regarded in the utmost sense of the word, not only for being a brilliant, masterful image maker, but a printmaker as well. What's important to note in terms of Penn's work is that there should be no posthumous printing, and that only the extant prints are what is to represent his body of work. So whatever Penn left at the time of his passing is the only work that will exist of his photographs.
People ask what it means to carry his legacy. For me, it's about how we care for the work, how we hold things he left behind, his tools, his darkroom, and this farm. My father had a way of noticing details others overlooked. I try to honor that in the way we care for his work and how we carry it forward, not by holding it still, but by letting it live.